Hi, my name is Samson Ellsbrand. I'm an attorney with Wilkie Fleury in Sacramento, California. And this is the next video blog in our series of video blogs on labor and employment law news and updates. In this video blog, we're going to talk about resignations and the effect of disabilities on a resignation. We had a recent case where the employer was unaware of the employee's alleged disability at the time that the employer accepted the employee's resignation. Now this is very important, the fact that the employer did not know about the disability before the employer accepted the resignation. The employee gave a verbal resignation, the employer accepted it, the employer asked that the employee confirm it in writing, which the employee did, and then about a week later the employee comes back and says, hey, I want to rescind my resignation because I was under an altered mental state related to medications I was on. And while I was under that altered mental state, that's when I gave my resignation. The employer did not allow the employee to rescind the resignation. The employee sued for disability discrimination, and the court upheld the employer's decision. The employee's decision or offer to resign was given without coercion on the part of the employer. Additionally, once it was accepted by the employee was no longer in an employment relationship with the employer because it essentially ended that employment relationship. And that's because in this state in California, a resignation by an employee is an offer that can be withdrawn by the employee before the employer accepts it. After the employer accepts it, it's final, and it cannot generally be withdrawn. So this is a good advice or a good sort of lesson for employers that you want to make sure that if you want to accept an employee's resignation, that you do so sooner rather than later. And again, this case would have been very different if the employer had known before the employer accepted the resignation that the employee had a disability. In that case, there might be an obligation to provide a reasonable accommodation and perhaps to allow the employee to rescind. So we thank you for joining us, and we hope that you will join us in the future for other labor and employment law news and updates.